Hey guys, it's Joanne with Simple Syrup. So I know it's been a minute since I've done a video, so hello everyone. But let's get to the Olympics. And I know it's a very old comment, and I know that everyone's been riled up about the comment made about it. The girl from Italy saying if I painted my skin, blah 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 blah, you know, I should get a medal too. But then I was just scrolling through Instagram and I saw just all these multiple conversations about it. And it made me laugh because there's people who are really debating like, who wants to be black? No one wants to be black. You're kidding. It's not about race anymore, people. Like, if you're really caught up on race, then guess what? There's so many more issues in the world to deal with. Let me tell you this much. I've been questioned about my blackness by black people. I've been questioned about my homosexuality by everybody. I've been questioned by my articulation by a ton of races. You speak this. It's the judgment never stops. Guess what? Just own it. Stop arguing with people who, well, my kind and my people, or you act like this, you act like that. Guess what? We all have stereotypes. Again, I've had this video before about subcultures and how we believe we're supposed to represent ourselves and how we act. If you really believe that because of whatever culture you come from, this perception of a group is below you, please stop. Just stop. It's such a waste of energy. The one thing I tell everybody is, you ain't ever gonna out-alpha me. I don't give a fuck how good you can fight, how hard you are, how loud you are. I'm confident enough in myself to know that you're not gonna challenge me because I'm not giving a fuck. I don't care. You can say whatever you want. It's not going to change how my soul feels. It's not going to change my smile. It's not going to change my happiness. It's just going to make me laugh and say, oh, that's sad. I wish you the day that you deserve. I say that to anybody that makes me upset. Because you know what? It's not worth it. I wish you the day that you deserve. Just start saying that. People are going to be like, what? It throws them off. Because what does that mean? Well, if you're being an asshole and I say, have the day that you deserve, guess what? You're going to know that you're an asshole and you're going to reflect on that. If you're being a good person, you're going to say, oh, thank you. So instead of getting all hyped up and upset about words and how people are acting, and yes, of course, there's still clear racism involved, but let me say this thing too. There's a level of protection that we all have to have for ourselves. I'm not saying that anyone involved in any situation where they lost their lives, or that they escalated a situation, no one should lose their lives over just talking. But if you walk into a situation where you're the one that you know is going to get taken out, and all you're doing is asking someone to give you more negative attention, guess what they're going to give you? Negative attention. So it's best to just ignore it. And I don't mean ignore it like, oh, let them just talk shit. Yeah, you can step back and say, I know, thank you, and keep going. What are they going to do about that? What are they going to do? It ain't going to change your skin tone, it ain't going to change your color, it ain't going to change your race, it ain't going to change nothing. I mean, you can maybe decide if you want to worship another god, you can decide if you want to take on another subculture of a stereotype, you can decide if you want to take on another culture's just everyday life. There's nothing wrong with that, because guess what? We're all Americans, we're born here, and we didn't choose these lives, we were just born into them. So why are we stagnating ourselves and making each other feel like we need to decide whose side we're on? I keep seeing these things where I don't ever talk about politics as saying the lesser of two evils is not a good pick. Guess what, America? You still allowed yourselves to believe that these two candidates are the only ones. You can say, no, we don't want them. Revote. Let's get new candidates. But everyone sits back and just takes what they're given. And then they complain about it. And then they're sad about it. They're mad about it. And they say, oh, well, you know. Guess what? I would rather pick anybody who makes history over someone who makes bigotry and racism even more prominent. So, you can say whatever you want to feel about which sides I just said. I didn't say names. But, obviously, without even saying names, you know who I'm talking about, correct? Thank you. My point is that in order to get to a point in America where we need to feel that we have evolved is education. Educate. It's that simple. Fuck capitalism. Fuck money. Fuck businesses. Fuck all this other shit. Because guess what? Education ain't going nowhere. The whole point of the human being is to observe, absorb, reflect, and teach, and then move on. That's it. Every other species gets it except for us. But yet we still are sitting here acting like, well, I read the Bible, I read the Quran, I read this, and I read... Guess what? All religions are just something to connect you to a higher being that gave you no answer back in the day because they didn't know what the fuck they were dealing with. When the sun rose, they didn't know what that shit was. You know what I mean? When it rained, they thought God was crying. But yet you're sitting here telling me that you believe in something that still gives you no answer, but it still divides you? That's not love, that's not God, that's not religion. If God really wanted us to be divided, guess what? He would have made each race an individual species the way he made every other species. Black people might be alligators, white people might be tigers, Asians might be monkeys, whatever. It would be a definite division, but it's not. We're all one race, just one. We just have different skin tones, which made us decide that because we were born in these areas and the things that we were given, the natural environment that was given to us, we learned how to live off that and we built our cultures around that, and then it became our race culture, and then it became, well, they do this and we do that. Just get over that shit. It's so stupid, it's so benign, it's so beyond us. Educate yourself, speak properly, learn life, love life, get over it, move on. That's the simplest thing and the simplest answer I can give you. It's not that complicated. Keep reading, keep studying, keep exploring, keep exposing yourself. Because if you do that, you're going to learn more. You're going to feel more. You're going to think more. You're going to teach more. That's it. Bezos.